Well, all right. So, hi, y'all, and welcome back to Love 24 Hours here, where we view videos that help boost our awareness. They help boost our awareness, our consciousness, and help kind of enlighten or brighten our day. You know what I mean? And so, let's get straight into the shout out, shall we? So, first shout out goes to Ashes to Ashes. Thank you. I appreciate the love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And let me see here. And next we have Patrick Kovolt. That was a very sweet message. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. And let me see who we have next here. Oh, and then we have Howard Jackson. Thank you for that idea. And it's funny because when you, around the same exact time that you made this comment, me and someone was talking about this and came up with pretty much the same words, but just in a different order. So that was pretty dope. I appreciate you. I think it's confirmation too. I like when things come together. I love synchronizations. You know what I mean? Okay, so moving on to the next one, we have Chris Cham. I really hope I'm saying that right, Chris. And if I'm not, I apologize. But thank you for that message. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you for the idea as well. And Ellie Cruz, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate all the love that you've been showing. Like, I really, really appreciate it. And I'm going to give an extra shout out real quick. I already shouted you out. Mom shout you out one more time. Nice one. We got look, we can be friends. Okay, I appreciate it. You be on it. Okay, you be on it, and I thank you and I love you. All right, and so and by the way, so as far as the name goes, right, I've narrowed it down to about 2 or 3 names. So I'm going to make a poll here. Well, I'm recording this before I make the poll, but by the time this video goes up, the poll should be up. Well, the poll will probably be up before the video. So make sure you look out for that and make sure you vote so we can see what name you guys would prefer. So yeah. Oh, and beautiful soul, Eileenthedream. She shared a nice link with me, and I'm going to share that link with you guys. It's going to be in the description below, and you can check that out if you want to. I thought it was nice and soothing, and I appreciate you. It's not too long. I think it's like 3 minutes or so, like 3 minutes. Yeah. And so, yeah, let's just get into the video.
Everything that comes to you comes by the power of your thought. You are creating your experience according to what you think and believe. If you want to change the result, you need to change the way you think.
Hey, Gabriella, I really want to talk to you about something you said that really just hurt me.
Yeah, for sure. This is a safe space. You can tell me anything.
Yeah, when you called me a sheeple that was controlled by Bill Gates' agenda, that just really stung.
Wow, I didn't know you took things so personally, but no worries. This is a safe space. We can unpack this. I'm here to help you through it.
First of all, you're not my coach, you're my coworker. Second of all, calling someone a sheep is bullying.
Bullying, there it is. I've always thought you had some wounded inner child stuff going on, but no worries. It's okay. You're just projecting your unhealed traumas on me, and I am here to be a mirror right back to you.
I just want you to take ownership for what you said. It hurt me.
Me. I'm curious, when did that story start for yourself? Take me back to your childhood. Clearly, there's an inner child in there that just needs love, attention, but no worries. I'm here to just mirror that right back to you.
No, dude. Can't you just say sorry for what you said?
Clearly, your mother never said sorry to you about something you've been harboring it over your last 30 years, but no worries. I'll hold that space. I'll apologize on behalf of your maternal lineage just to help heal you from some of this unintegrated shadows you're holding onto. But this is going to take more than just one session, so I highly recommend signing up for my 3-month coaching program.
Okay, so hear me out. Hear me out. Like, whether you want to admit it to yourself or not, if you're that like coworker, if you're that coworker, please please don't be that friend, that family, or that coworker. Like, yo, you don't be out here just calling people sheeple, man, and all these other things. Like, listen, it's still kind of sort of insult, especially to someone who doesn't know what that means. Amongst other things, like please don't be mean to people who you would deem to be unaware and unconscious. Like don't do that. Like you do end up making it to the point where they probably won't want to learn, and they'll make, like, in their mind they'll make this they have the stigma about, like, people like you, us, right? And so I think at a certain point some people do get to that level where where they don't really notice, and people may have like a NPC, non-playable character. People may have an NPC kind of way about themselves where they haven't unplugged yet, but going at it this way is not going to help. Like, you're going to force them deeper into the matrix. Like, you're gonna make them not want to learn. So this was kind of funny to me though. But please don't be that person, please. And if you are, please work on it. Okay, all right. On to the next video.
They are really damaging our youth. These female rappers make girls nowadays think that cheating on a dude, lying to a dude, using a dude, twerking on the gram, selling their bodies is okay. What happened to morals?
I just recently heard a statistic that said out of the 8 billion people in the world, only 1 billion are actually real people, and the other 7 billion are sleeper drones or NPCs, that kind of a thing. Does anybody else have information on this?
So there's a small percentage of people in this world that are born with a certain magnetism about themselves, okay? And this is a spiritual gift. This is a God-given gift. And not a lot of people hold this gift, okay? And this gift, if you don't learn how to utilize your spiritual gifts correctly, this can be both a blessing and a curse. Let me explain to you why. So if you're a person who, wherever you go, you attract people without even doing the bare minimum, okay? People are always looking at you or analyzing you or wondering, like, who is that person? And like, they're just like attracted to something about you, right? Without you even doing anything. You have the God-giving gift. That is a spiritual gift. You have that magnetism. A lot of people don't have that gift, okay? Why would it be a blessing? When you start understanding your spiritual gifts, you can utilize them because these are tools. It's a blessing because it gives you the room for opportunity. Why? Because it opens up a door of you meeting people, all types of people, because your magnetism attracts every single person in the room, okay? You get to meet different personalities, meet people's behavior, human behavior, the people that you want to be around, the people that you don't want to be around. You start learning. It's literally like a learning experience when you have this gift, right? It could be a curse because for the people that don't understand that this is a particular gift that certain people hold and they do not hold within, they start to get jealous. They start to feel like their soul starts irking because they can't pinpoint, they can't figure out what is it about that person that is making me learn and know more about them in an obsessive way, okay? It's never like in a good, positive way. It's always like in an obsessive way, okay? And you'll notice this when people start trying to make silly conversation with you, people that you know that you don't really talk to on the daily or anything like that. Out of nowhere, people are going to start trying to talk to you. People are going to start trying to ask you questions about what you did, what you do, like, these types of people are trying to basically gain something out of you. They're energy vampires. And usually they don't have good intentions. They want something from you. They see that whatever it is that you have is working for you, so they want that. And they don't understand that they can't have it because they're not born with it. They have other gifts that they have to find out. I hope this helps.
Where are all the people that got Moldavite in 2020? Because I want to know what your life looked.
Oh my god, I saw this and I had to reply half naked. Here's the deal. So I got my Moldavite right around my Saturn return. So if you are unfamiliar with what a Saturn return looks like, look it up and you'll get more information. I got my Moldavite either shortly before my relationship ended or shortly after. So my relationship ends. My career is basically bust. Moldavite just wiped everything out of my life, along with my Saturn return. I think those two had a plot and they followed through together on it. That is my current theory. I also did a lot of mushroom trips and 2 ayahuasca ceremonies within that time frame of my life falling apart. I just like to call it the last 3 years of my life, which have been a complete shit show. Everything has fallen apart. And it's a little unnerving because I'm almost 30 now and I'd like a little bit of stability in my life. Shit has gone down in my family. Old relationships have fallen away, from like a romantic relationship to friendships. I am left with but a piece of myself after all of this. Oh, but it's not over yet. In less than 2 weeks, I am leaving on a one-way ticket to go backpacking for an indefinite period of time because I just feel like, well, everything in my life has kind of fallen apart. And I've always theoretically wanted a new start, so go big or go home. And here's the thing. I've gotten rid of everything in my life. I'm selling my car, I'm starting fresh, getting rid of basically all my shits. It is deeply unnerving. I have never felt so scared in my life. Yet at the same time, I've never felt such peace in all of the chaos. I'm scared shitless. I don't know where things are going to go next, but I feel like I have glowed up in that time. I feel stronger and smarter and more capable than I've ever felt in my life. So I don't know what the future holds, but I just want to let you know, along the bumpy ride, it somehow starts to work out.
And, you know, this is how I know. This is how I know that things are going to change for the better. Like, I refuse to give up on that. I don't even want to call it a dream because it's going to be realistic. Like, we're gonna usher this into our reality because everybody's tired. I've never seen so many people tired and willing to risk it all. Like, see, every time I turn around, it's more and more people that's just like, you know what? This ain't it. This is not it. And I'd rather sell everything. And I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Listen, I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should just get rid of everything and get like a van or a camper, or get like, what's the thing called? Air. Somebody hit me out. I can't wait to be able to talk to y'all in real time. What is it called? It's an air something where it's like this. It's like a RV, but it's a van. I can't remember the name of it, but whatever. But you get the gist though, because I just gave you those examples of what it's like. But I'm thinking about just getting one of them, man, and just touring the globe, bro, and just going with the flow and living off the land. Like, I don't know.
So the question is do we live in some sort of fractal holographic matrix? Yes, we do. Surprise. It has about 3 levels. First level is physical. A lot of people think of, when they think of this concept of the Matrix, think of the Matrix movies. That kind of brought us this concept that Eastern philosophy has been talking about for thousands of years. They've been saying that this reality is an illusion and that we exist beyond it. Taoism, everything comes from the Tao. Now, the Taoism goes straight to base reality, but I think there's realities within it as well. There's multiple densities, as a law of one would say. So if we're talking about physical, when we think of the Matrix, it's extremely negative outside of the Matrix. But from what we see around the world in many different traditions, from Buddhism to Hinduism to non-duality traditions, Advaita, Vedanta, Dzogchen, there's so many which talk about enlightenment or self-realization, but a love that exists beyond this realm, that you are that. That's why they have a silent aura. If you go in the presence of one of these beings, you can feel it, right? It's not just this thing that you believe them. No, you can actually feel the energy that they have. And so that's a unity or love beyond what we can really explain. So the physical matrix is that of, inside of it, there's this basically game that we're playing. That's why I have a podcast, Universe the Game, because it's all about, ooh, we got a stuffed nose. It's all about, basically, we are existing in some sort of projected reality. Like, we don't even know we're here right now. There's no way for us to prove that what you really are is actually present within the body. Now, some people might say that you are your soul that's present in the body. But also beyond that, there's many traditions that talk about a higher self. So the higher self could basically projecting itself into a soul energy, and the energy is actually in the character. The character is a soul as well as the character is a body. So it's just levels and levels and levels of video games. So as we play, we just got to remember that we're in a game that is almost kind of designed to be this way. A lot of people think, well, the Earth isn't supposed to be this way. It could be better. And it's like, it could be. But I think part of the design is for it to go from being not the greatest, harmonious, most peaceful planet to being that. But that's kind of why we play games. Like, the most exciting games that we play are ones where there's a lot of action. If you just incarnated on this planet and it was just peace, what would you do? Right? You might explore some of the different areas, you might travel, but if it's just peace, I think there's a level of, even though it might be hard to realize, that we come here to experience transformation. That's why Joseph Campbell found that the hero's journey is in many different cultures and traditions, that basically there is a pattern of humanity that we go through this journey of the ordinary world into the non-ordinary world. And this is part of the matrix, because the matrix in itself is, when it comes to mental and spiritual, it's basically the ordinary world. And there's a world that exists beyond what most people realize, right? It's not just this basic thing. There's dimensions, densities. There's so much beyond. And in order to take that, you have to let go. That's the analogy of the red pill or the blue pill, right? It's all about letting go of what you think reality is and taking that perception and broadening it, expanding your consciousness. And so I actually created something to help you to do this. 7-Day Awaken in the Matrix Challenge starts on October 5th. We're going to go over this in much more detail on day 1. So check it out if you feel called. I think it'll really help you if you're looking to empower yourself and really reach your potential in this life and to understand what this Matrix is really about and how to play the game within it.
I know something that we truly need to discuss: the Mandela effect. There's been conspiracies saying that in 2012 we first switched universes, and that's when our first set of Mandela effects occurred, at least for this universe. And then July 4th, 2022, when CERN turned on its most powerful accelerator, LAC, they said that caused the Mandela effect once again. And for the people who don't know what the Mandela effect is, the Mandela effect is where a large group of people, a large sum of people, remember something being one way, but it's actually another. Or at least that's what they want us to believe. But there's just no way that it's a coincidence that millions and millions of people remember certain things being one way. Let's get to the examples real quick. First, you got Kit Kat. On the right, they say that's how it is. On the left, that's how people remember it being. But the problem is, they are saying that it was never like it was on the left. No way. But someone found the image of Kit Kat actually having the dash in between it. Then you got Chick-fil-A. And don't even get me started on Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A did not have the K at first. It's what made Chick-fil-A so unique, that it didn't have the K. And now you telling me that it had the K all along? They crazy. Then you have Pikachu. Coming from someone who watched Pokemon when he was younger, without a doubt, Pikachu had the black tip at the back of his tail, but they saying that he never had that. Crazy, right? And of course, one of the biggest Mandela effects ever, the Mona Lisa. Now this one, I swear when I was younger, the Mona Lisa did not smile, but that may just be me. No, it's not just me, they tripping. Lil Wayne do got the lyric, Mona Lisa smiles, that barely grinning. So unless the Mandela effect happened before that, that one passes. On a serious note, in 2012 or July 4, 2022, could we have possibly passed into another universe? There's so many examples to choose from. Even been examples where people have died in our first universe and now they're saying that they have recently just passed away. Why I can't think of no examples right now, y'all know exactly what I be talking about. And if you have any examples, please let me know in the comments. And I'm gonna put some down there as well. Y'all please let me know what y'all think in the comments about the Mandela effect. It's crazy. Spam up if y'all want a part 2, cause I got so much more for y'all. It's crazy.
Man, look at here, look at here, look at here, look at here. When it come down to that Mandela effect, they not about to try to convince me of something that I, like, bro, you not about to tell me the Bernstein Bells is whatever they trying to say that it is now. Let me tell you something. I had, and that might be telling my age right now, I had the book with the little, it used to be like this little machine thing, right? Colorful, it was all different type of colors, right? And you get the book, and it used to come with like this little scan, little code thing on it, but it wasn't like flat like a QR code that we have now. It was like you could actually feel it. It was almost like Braille or something, right? That's the best way I could put it, but it looked like a fingerprint. So you used to put the little machine on there, and it'll read the book to you. And when I tell you, I had every Bernstein Bear book that came out. They not about to sit up here and tell me that it was named something different. I was like, wait a minute now. I think out of all the Mandela effects or whatever the case may be, I think that might have been the one that blew my mind more. Well, I don't know, because then there's everyone talking about the Sinbad movie. That's a popular one too, and Sinbad had to make a public announcement that he never did it. And it's like, bro, I seen it though. I watched that movie. I watched the movie because I remember, and everybody's like, no, you're confusing it with the Shaquille O'Neal Kazam or whatever the name of that one was. No, I've seen that one too, and that wasn't it. No. I remember seeing Sinbad because Sinbad was pumping out a lot of good movies then, especially with kid movies. Like, because I remember he also did, like, what was it, with Disney? I think he did the first Kid, where he was a bodyguard for like the president's son or something like that. Like, you not, but so it's like, okay, so I can remember all the other ones, and this one didn't never exist, but I remember it. You can't tell me I didn't see a movie that I saw. Like, but okay, I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go.
Reverend Peter Popoff wants you to know that God can reverse every negative verdict in your life. You don't have to live a life sentence of lack and defeat. You can be free to enjoy all of God's richest blessings. That's why he wants to send you your free packet of Miracle Spring Water. Your point of contact.
All right, y'all, that's the end of the compilation. If you want to stay, yes, I do have the bonus content. It's coming up. I'm sorry, it's the Peter Popoff. And the way the little boy looked. The way his face looked, like that's how it be when you used to fall asleep with that TV on to get that Miracle Spring Water. Peter Popoff. Okay, y'all. Okay, so bonus content. I'm going to give a reading for you guys. And yeah, so it's coming up in just a second. So stay tuned for that. All right, guys. So now that I've got myself together and I stopped laughing, and I've shuffled and I've pulled out some cards so far, and they came out while I was laughing. So forgive me, forgive me. But we got the Two of Wands again. What did I say? But yeah, we got the Two of Wands again, which is fantastic, which means that you're continuing to go in the right direction. We got the Hanged Man again too, and so I asked for clarification for that one. And I pulled out the Temperance card to go with that one. So there's some healing there, there's some stillness, which is very much needed. Like, you don't want to have yourself too engulfed with what you're doing, especially when you're doing your own thing and you're trying to like branch away from 9 to 5s, or you just trying to do a little side thing. You know what I mean? It's like you really end up losing out on time with yourself. It's like you don't really have time to meditate like you want to. You don't really have time to go grounding outside, walking barefoot in the grass or dirt the way you really need to. It's like certain things. Some of you are forgetting to eat even, because it's like it's very important. And you keep telling yourself like, once I get to this point, then we good, and I can do this and I can do that. That point's never gonna come. Because the more success you have, the more you grow, the busier you're going to feel that you are. But you still need to schedule time, like put yourself in your schedule. If you have a schedule, you have to put yourself in your schedule. So if you saying, okay, so, because some people, it feels like, man, especially with time feeling like it's speeding up and going a little faster, it's like, I don't have time for it. I'm already making time for it. It's like, but you got to switch something around, something you have to sacrifice for yourself. Like, you can't keep going because eventually your body is going to be the one to tell you, and you don't want that, because you're going to end up with more downtime than you think. And as opposed to taking a few hours here, a few hours there, or scheduling like a few hours in the day to have to yourself, you're going to end up missing out. Or if you get sick or something like that, right? Or what if you just don't have the energy and you've depleted your energy, then it's going to feel like, oh man, now you having to take off 3 and 4 days. And it's not just taking off from the personal aspects of life or the things you're trying to do business wise, but now it's everything. Not everything is shut down because you don't have nothing to give to any area of your life. And if you have children on top of that, then you're really going to feel depleted. And then you're going to give up what's most important, which is your business. And because you're going to feel like, well, it hasn't gotten to the point where I needed to get. So, and maybe it's not making the money that you needed to make yet either. So you automatically going to assume, like, I could just cut that off or pause that, and then I'll just start over when I get more time or when I get a chance. But the thing is, it's going to keep repeating itself if you don't learn how to make time for yourself. So we have our 4 of Wands, which is it's like you have a great vision, right? And so you have the ability to do this and get this done. Like, there's no rush. Everything is going to happen when it's supposed to. It's no timing like divine timing. For real. You're not going to miss nothing. Let me tell you something. You are the main character, right? You're the main character. Everything does surround you. And that's not like, oh, in this conceited or selfish type of way. Like, as long as you stay humble, you stay grateful, you stay a good person. Like, you don't have to worry about any, because some people like, well, that kind of, it sounds like, yeah, whatever. No, it's not like that, because we talking about good people here. You're a good person, so you're not gonna abuse that. Like, at the end of the day, no matter what happens, you're the main character in your story. No one can see anything the way you see it. No one can see anything or experience anything the way that you do. So it's like, how are you not the main character? How are you not the main character? You feel me? So you have to walk in life that way. Like, you know what? Everything's going to work out for me because it was meant to. Everything is meant to work out for you. Why would it not if you're the main character? Right? If you're the main character, nobody in the background is going to succeed over you or anything like that, or you're not going to fail. Like, when have you seen the main character just not going to fail? They're the main character. How can the show go on? Like, don't get me wrong. Now, when these examples that I'm using are loose examples. Please do not don't be like, well, I've seen main characters die. Like, listen, focus on the intent that I'm trying to get out. Okay, just focus on what I'm trying to tell you. Okay, like, don't take the example and run with it and go too far just to give yourself negative feedback. At the end of the day, all of this is about you, and you're going to succeed whether it's now or later. Like, it's all meant to happen for you. Like, you really have to really take a step back and be like, you know what? This really is like a play or a movie, and I'm the main character. And I shift things. I shift reality. Like, I have way more, I can navigate through this thing. I have way more freedom in this than I think I do. So let's see. And then you have your 3 of Pentacles, which means that you will have like some assistance. You can have some assistance. And that energy, like this energy, it's like really continuing. I don't see it's really changing. So it's really speaking to, I don't know. It sounds like I don't know. It just sounds very familiar. Like, I think everybody's kind of sort of getting on this particular vibe because it's so similar to the other readings And usually it's like, one day it's like this, one day it's talking about love, one day, readings and the energy, it goes, whichever way it wants to go, but it seems to be having the same running theme so far. So yeah, so then we have, and I am interested in some love there, so I'm gonna put some cards for that too, y'all. And so yeah, so as far as Three of Pentacles, you do have like some collaboration I see coming in, like, but it's gonna be a little different though. It's not gonna be exactly what you expect. They're not gonna necessarily come in and relieve you of like the way you want, but it will be the way you need it to be. Like, it may just be enough for you to, like, just have a little bit extra time to yourself. It may be like a small kind of assistance, but still need it. So make sure that you don't ignore it. Make sure that you still are appreciative of it. And just make sure you look at the brighter side is what I'm getting. Just because it's gonna be like a small kind of like you may barely notice it, but you need it though. And it's like you'll get more help once you start. I feel okay. I'm getting that you'll get way more help, and things will go a whole lot smoother after you get through the stage that you're in right now, because you have to learn this on your own. Like, whatever stage you're in now, you just have to, like, I don't want you to feel like, dang man, that's like, I need help, but you can do it. That's why you can do it. It's a certain lesson that you have to be taught right now, and you have to learn this first. And once you learn this, then once you go, moving forward, certain things will come into place. And then we have the Three of Swords. So we do have, we have some betrayal there. Have a little bit of betrayal, but let me see. Oh, okay, so we have completion here. Okay. So that's past energy that you ain't forgot. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, 'cause I was like, hold on, but they came in at where they come from. Let me see what else you got here. And then, okay, so you got your Eight of Pentacles, and so it's about mastering your skills. And but you still have, so you're teeter-tottering, you're going back and forth. So you have some moments, some aspects of your life where, okay, so this particular situation is pretty much done with, but as you move forward, you're still having thoughts. You're still having thoughts about this though, and your thoughts shape your reality. Like your thoughts, your emotions, all of those things coincide with each other when you manifest. So whatever the situation was, you're gonna have to let it go. You're gonna have to move on. Like, you got to stop thinking about it. You're gonna have to train yourself. You're gonna have to start practicing. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, when I think about something that's negative, or it may, like, because once the situation is done and over with, anytime you go back and you remember it, or I'm getting, like, how you may have like a certain thing that you're doing, and anytime you see keywords, or if you see an icon or a symbol, that's what I'm getting. Like, if you see something, it's almost as if you automatically trigger, and you're thinking about a situation with a particular person or persons. It could be like a company, or it could be just business wise. It could be personal, whatever it is, you get triggered. But you have to train yourself, like, you know what, that's over, that's done, I'm moving forward, I got this, I'm successful, I don't have to worry about that anymore, I'm healing. Keep telling yourself, I'm healed, I'm healing. Whatever affirmations you have to say, whatever words you have to use, like, train your mind to let it go. Train your mind to think of something else, or look at it in a different way. Like, well, you know what, I'm glad it happened, because if it wasn't for that, then I wouldn't have learned this, I wouldn't know this. Because whatever this is, like, it's, you are tearing yourself up mentally. Like, you pissed. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting that you are angry. Like, you did not appreciate whatever it was, you didn't appreciate it. Daughter of Wands, like, you may need some support with that. You may need to talk with somebody about it. Or you may need to just, I don't know, like, you may want to, like, just, you need to find a solution that works for you to help you overcome those thoughts, because it's thoughts. It's really mainly thought. I don't see anything physical that's like actually bothering you. Like you may have someone in your life at the moment. It seems like all of that is gone, but those memories are, whew, oh my goodness. You're making me a little hot. It's getting, I got my fan on full blast in here, like y'all, the AC on and everything, but y'all got me getting hot. I done closed the curtains. Like, I don't know what y'all got going on. Let it go. Because they not really thinking about it. And they will, though. Whoever it is, don't think that, because they will make you think, or the world think, that they could care less or it doesn't faze them. Don't worry about that. Trust me. Don't worry about it. I'm laughing for a reason. I'm not going to say it. We keep things positive. But what goes around comes around, okay? It don't miss nobody. That's how cycles work, okay? Don't worry about it. We have the 9 of Swords. My goodness. Listen, you gotta take action and let the dark visions go. Let those thoughts go. Let it go. I want to move forward to another message right now, but it keeps bringing me back to this one, so you can really get it in your head. So you can really get it in your head. And we have 2 of Pentacles. We have Mother of Pentacles that also came out again. So yeah, so you're gonna be supported. You are already supported. Honestly, spiritually, you're supported. Like there's no mistaking that. Then you got the 6 of Swords. So yeah, so it's gonna be some growth for sure after you start to work on it. Like the moment you decide that you're going to work on it, is gonna kickstart so much inside of you, and you're going to feel a lot of relief. You're going to feel a lot of strength within yourself. You're going to feel stronger. You're going to feel a whole lot stronger. And so, yes, so that's it for that one. And really quick, I want to pull like maybe 2 cards, because I really didn't want it to be that long, but bro, when you're channeling, bro. And I'm ready to go do some other stuff. I gotta do so. I'm ready to move on. Like, what else? But something else needs to be said. I feel like I'm being forced to stay here. It's not supposed to be this long, so I apologize. It wasn't supposed to be this long, but yeah. So love. Ooh, Mother of Wands. So the lovers out there. The lovers out there. Listen. Don't be so judgmental. Don't be so judgmental. Don't be so analytical. Don't be so logical. Don't crunch any numbers when it comes down to your love life. You got to just let it flow. Let it happen. Ace of Pentacles. Hello. So, and I said I was only going to put 2 cards because this thing has already talked a lot longer than I was supposed to. Well, I won't say it was supposed to. What I had in mind. But, you know, the universe had something else in mind, which I can't complain. I'm not complaining, y'all. I'm not complaining. Use me. But yeah, so just relax and just let it come to you. Like, have those visions of what you want that to look like, what you want it to feel like, and that's it. Not the when, not the how. Just let all that go. Just think about what you want, and just think about what it'll feel like once you get what you want. And then you can let it go. But whoever this is with this Ace of Pentacles, it's a brand new, beautiful beginning, honey. And they got, I'm not saying this in any type of, messed up way. I'm just saying they got money. So if some of you feel like I'm not trying to be used, I want somebody who has their own. I want somebody who comes, stable and prepared, because you may have been used in the past. And you may have had to do everything, plan everything, like all of that stuff. And you like, I'm not trying to get. Don't even think about that. Don't think about it. Just think about what it would feel like to have someone who's already got everything. Even if I'm not saying they have to be rich. I'm not saying that they have to have just buku's amount of money. I'm just saying that they're responsible, they're mature, and they won't use you. Like, you won't feel that way with this person. You won't feel like you're being used. You won't feel like they're with you for the wrong reasons. Like, that's pretty much what that is saying. So yeah, so And that's it, y'all. That is it. And thank you for joining me today. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys because I have no reason not to. And until the next video,